Hi there, it is Gülşen. I hope you are having a great day today. Today I am going to talk about two different methods of capacity control in centrifugal pumps. Let me first define what's the function of a pump. So a pump, in simple terms, is a mechanical device which is used to move liquids from one place to another. In a process engineering context, the function of a pump is to raise the liquid pressure to the required value in order to overcome all the obstacles, pressure losses on the way from initial point to a final point and deliver the liquid to its destination, such as all the losses on the way from tank A to the tank B as depicted in this diagram. So all these losses in the piping system are plotted as a system curve, which is also called system resistance curve. This curve consequently demonstrates how much head the pump needs to deliver to the liquid to overcome all the resistances in different flow rates. And this curve is the combination of static and dynamic heads. So while the static head is about the elevation difference and operating pressure difference between initial and final points, the dynamic head is explained with friction loss, and it is a function of flow rate. So as can be seen, with increasing flow rate, the friction loss and hence the system head requirement also increases. Now let me talk about the pump characteristic curves, which are developed and provided by pump manufacturer. These curves provide information about pump characteristics such as net passive suction head requirement, power requirement, pump efficiency, and the head, which are plotted against the flow rate. So these are the characteristic curves for a typical pump. The head curve, which is also called the performance curve, is simply the pump's capability, and it represents how much head the specific pump is able to deliver at the given flow rate. Now I am going to talk about how we are going to use these two curves, the performance curve and the system curve, in further stages. To recall, the system curve demonstrates how much head we require in our specific piping system, while the pump performance curve demonstrates how much head a pump is going to deliver. When we look at this illustration, we see the intersection point. So this is the point where the flow rate in our piping system is maximum with this typical pump employed. So does it mean that we will only operate at this point? No. We can operate at lower flow rates depending on process demands. So what's gonna happen if we want to operate at different flow rates? For example, let's take this point, Q1 flow rate. So we can see there is a discrepancy between what we require and what the pump will deliver at this specific flow rate. The question is how we can regulate the pump capacities to these changes in the process demand. The answer to this question depends on if we have variable speed or constant speed pump employed in our system. So variable speed pumps can deliver exactly what is pumping requirements in the system. And by changing the pump speed, we will shift between the performance curves and we will be able to meet our exact system requirements at different flow rates. And there are many advantages of variable speed pumps. The major one is its energy efficiency. In contrary, we are not able to play between different performance curves in constant speed pumps. So we will need to change our system resistance curve. The one way to do so is to install throttling valve right at the pump discharge line. And we then request a valve vendor for provision of control valve which will deliver the required pressure drop at specified flow rates to remove this discrepancy. This can also be shown as this new illustration of new system curves for each flow rate. And it is clear that by installing throttling valve, we create additional losses, which is the wasting of energy, and this can be considered an inefficient option. So that's it. This is the end of my presentation for today about controlling capacity in centrifugal pumps. I hope you liked this and I hope someone learned something new from this session. Please feel free to write your comments, and if you have any question, just drop it in the comment section below. I am available for further discussions and clarifications. And please keep learning and sharing, and have a nice day.